Hi friends, welcome to the Business Studies class. In this second module, we are going to learn about the term public sector and departmental undertaking. India has adopted mixed economy where both public sector enterprises and private sector enterprises are allowed to operate. The term public sector or public enterprises refers to such industrial and commercial enterprise which are owned and controlled by the central or state government. According to A. H. Hansen, public enterprises means state ownership and operation of industrial, agricultural, financial, and commercial undertakings. In the words of S. S. Khera, by state undertaking is meant the industrial, commercial, and economic activities carried on by the central government or by a state government, and each case either solely or in association with private enterprise, so long it is managed by a self contained management. Public enterprise has been defined as an undertaking that is owned by national, state, or local government, supplies services or goods at price, and is operated on a more or less self supporting basis. The various forms of public sector enterprise are departmental undertakings, public or statutory corporations, government companies, etc. Now we are going to learn about the term departmental undertakings. Departmental undertaking is the oldest and traditional form of organizing public sector enterprises. A departmental undertaking is organized, financed, and controlled in such a way as any other government department. It may be run either by the central government or by state government. It is managed by the government officials under the supervision of head of the department concerned. The undertaking is under the overall and ultimate control of a minister who is responsible to the parliament. Some examples of departmental undertakings are Post and Telegraphs Department, the Integral Coach Factory, Precision Instruments Factory, Indian Railways, All India Radio, Doordarshan, and Ordnance Factories, etc. Now we are going to learn about the important merits or advantages of departmental undertaking. The important merits of departmental undertakings are: first one, easy formation. It is very easy to set up a departmental undertaking as no registration or special law is required. It is created by the administrative decision of the government and involves no legal formalities. Then second point is government control. This allows the government to take control of all the operations effectively or efficiently. The undertaking is directly controlled by the state, therefore, it is more effective in achieving the objectives laid down by the government. Then, third point is public accountability. This assures public accountability. There is maximum degree of parliamentary control on that undertaking. Such control keeps the management alert. Third point is proper use of money. The revenue collected by the business is directly credited to the treasury, which becomes a source of income for the government. The risk of misuse of public money minimized due to strict budget, accounting, and audit controls. Departmental undertaking has direct authority and guidance of the ministry. Therefore, for national security, it is the best kind of undertaking. The next point is business secrecy. It is easy to maintain secrecy of policy because the government can avoid disclosure on the plea of public interest. Next important merit of public undertaking or department undertaking is aid to public revenue. Department undertaking helps to increase the government revenue because their earnings are deposited in the government treasury. These undertakings also helps to reduce the burden of tax on the public. The last important merit of departmental undertaking is instrument of social change. The government can promote economic and social justice through departmental undertakings. It can also maintain effective control over the production and distribution of essential goods and services. The important disadvantages of departmental undertaking is first point is lack of flexibility. A department undertaking functions under strict parliamentary control. The minister and the top officials also interfere frequently in its working. The undertaking is reduced to a mere adjunct of the ministry and treated just like a government office. There is a little delegation of powers. As a result, the staff of the undertaking get little opportunity to exercise initiative. Lack of autonomy reduces the flexibility and efficiency of operations. Then second point is employees are not allowed to take an independent decision. Therefore, it leads to a delay in decision making. The next point is they can't take advantage of business opportunities as they don't want to take a risk in new venture. Then there is a lack of motivation in department undertaking. In the absence of competition and profit motive, there is little incentive for hard work and efficiency. The undertaking becomes insensitive to the needs of the consumers. There is hardly any link between reward and performance and promotions are based on seniority. Then in the department undertaking, there is a red tapeism. There is excessive centralization of control, which results in red tapeism. Decisions are generally delayed due to bureaucratic procedure and political interference. The enterprise can't run in a business like manner. The next point is financial dependence. A department undertaking has no independence of funds because all its earnings are deposited into the government treasury. It can't take long-term investment decision as it is at the mercy of budgetary appropriation of government. The last demerit is inefficient management. A departmental undertaking is managed generally by government officials and civil servants who are sent on deputation. They are overburdened with the paperwork and can't pay undivided attention to the management. The major problem of their time is spent in preparing answers to the parliamentary enquiries. These officials generally do not possess the necessary expertise and experience in management. Moreover, their tenure is not stable and then can be transferred at any time. Therefore, they adopt a carefree attitude and lack of sense of responsibility and sensitivity to the consumers. These are the important demerits of departmental undertakings.